Breaking. CNN just found out that Kamala Harris is a liar. This is simply hilarious. I agree with Kyle Becker on this. We're gonna talk. We've already known this. We've been calling out her lies and her hypocrisy and her we've been calling out her pandering and her flip flopping. We all know this, but CNN just all of a sudden discovered this. So we gonna play the clip and we gonna talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account as well. So let's go ahead and talk about this news now. All right, now this comes from Kyle Becker. He posted this on X today. So let's just jump right into the clip. Here we go.
Tonight, K-File investigates. In a new report you'll see first out front, the K-File team scoured Kamala Harris's tweets and statements going all the way back to 2017. And what they found was more than 50 instances of Harris slamming Trump's border wall. But now, new Harris campaign ads actually showcase that very wall.
As a border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border.
And on top of critical tweets, Harris also wrote in her 2019 book, quote, "There was a bigger reason to oppose the border wall. A useless wall on the southern border would be nothing more than a symbol, a monument standing in opposition to not just everything I value, but to the fundamental values upon which this country was built. How could I vote to build what would be little more than a monument designed to send the cold, hard message, keep out?" Well, K-File's Andrew Kaczynski joins me now.
So we got it in actual writing where she's adamantly against building a wall. Now all of a sudden she's for building a wall. So who is the real Kamala Harris? Will the real Kamala Harris please stand up? Because no one really knows who she really is. Because now she, of course, flip-flopped on the whole border wall situation. Now that we got people coming into this country illegally and destroying our towns. I just watched the clip from Dr. Phil. He had someone on the show talking about how DHS all knew about the prison being released and criminals being released and people in the mental asylums being released and being told to come across the border to the United States. And he said he saw the actual memo. So DHS is aware of this, which means Harris will be aware of this because remember she was the border czar. This happened in 2023 when they were when this memo went out talking about the borders being wide open and this is happening. So she was well aware of the border being wide open and did absolutely nothing about it to fix it.
Now, so Andrew, I mean, you all have gone through, scoured an incredible amount of material. Tell me more about what you found.
Yeah, that's right. We found more than 50 of those tweets criticizing the border wall before she used that in her ad. And I want people to take a look at just a few of what she said here. She called it wasteful, useless, a waste of taxpayer money, a vanity wall project, a wasteful border wall, a stupid wall, a medieval vanity project, and an unnecessary wall. And those are really...
Wow, I have to say, though, I can't believe CNN is actually doing real investigative work. I'm super surprised. I'm sorry. Let's get back to this. I just had to say that. I'm very surprised that they're actually doing real reporting.
Really there were more of this, just like 10 or like 50. But there was really a lot of this. Was the common refrain during the campaign. You read that quote where she said it was against everything that not only she stood for, everything America stood for, but she brought this up a lot. Take a listen to just one instance of that in 2019.
It's the president's vanity project.
His multi-billion-dollar vanity project called a wall is nothing more than a distraction from the fact that he actually hasn't focused on working people in America.
She's drunk right there. She, you know, you kind of learn these things. You know, it's kind of my job to know if someone is drunk or not. You know, I work with a lot of substance abuse clients, and stuff like that. So I could tell when someone's drunk. And I'm looking at her; she is inebriated in this video here. This is crazy. But we seeing how she comes out. We got her on video. We got her in her own words in her book, totally being against the border wall, calling it a vanity project. And now that's exactly what she's putting forth. I mean, and the media is caping for her. Like, during the interview, they let her get away with these contradictions, with these flip-flops.
He contrived a national crisis around his big distraction.
All right, so you go through all of that, you've got all the tweets, and yet all of a sudden in the ads, there's pictures of the wall, and then you went through to look at that wall. Yeah. Like, what is that specific wall that's in her campaign ads now? And you found something very interesting about this specific portion of the wall.
And I think what's also really remarkable about this is, like, I mean, you heard her talking about it there, Trump's wall in his campaign during his presidency. There was really no greater symbol of Trump's presidency than the wall, in the way that Democrats were attacking him over the wall and his restrictive immigration policies. So we looked in that ad, and if you look at it, that exact area of wall is in Sasabe, Arizona, and that is a portion of wall that was actually built by Donald Trump. It was built in an area where there was not previous wall. It was actually pretty controversial when they were building it at the time. So just to see that, and then there are other.
She's using his wall that he built to say, "Look at what I did." Basically,
and the other images of the wall.
You can't make this up. So she got a picture of it saying, "Look what we did. We building walls," and it's actually a Trump wall. You can't make this stuff up, man. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
We weren't able to pinpoint, but there's telltale signs that was a Trump wall, because there's an anti-climbing plate on top that became popularized during the Trump years.
It's really incredible reporting and important. All right, Andrew Kaczynski and K-File, thank you very much.
Wow. So there you have it there. Flip-flop Harris lying about the wall, going back and forth with the wall. Really, I really don't know if she's for the wall or against the wall. It's so confusing with the back and forth with her. But and if it's confusing to me, who study this stuff on a daily basis, has to be confusing for the average American that don't really read news like I read these things. So I don't understand. Well, how can anyone support someone like this? We really don't know where they stand on any of the major issues, really, because she flip-flop on everything. Aside from abortion, they believe in killing babies and stuff, but aside from that, you really don't know where this woman stand. Well, we kind of do. We know she's a raging leftist. We all really believe she's just lying on her position to try to make it look like she's some middle of the road Democrat, when she's actually a raging socialist. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.